Commander Carlson, this is long after business hours. I can give you only 5 minutes.
Oh, get it!
Used to move the weight like Northern Trap. Compete with the white like black quarterbacks. Out here flipping nickels the size of your bitch nipples. Shiny as a nickel, R.I.P. Dime Rickles. My Air Maxes cost what's on your taxes. Smoke so much weed, me breathing is miraculous. Dog, it ain't calculus, fucking common sense. 16 is crime scene, murder with no evidence is heaven sent. Watch from it when you're bopping to it. I cock and pop it, tossing turning like Bobby Lewis. Still going like.
We back at it with another episode of Random Thoughts from Ozimoto. I'm your host, Ozimoto, just a young buck from South Florida with a vision and something to say. We on episode 43 for the troopers. All right, look, for the recruits, here's the thing. Episode 12, if y'all give a fuck, but here's the thing about it. I ain't upload shit for y'all yet, so I can't really be addressing y'all too much. You know what I'm saying? Here's the update, though. Here's the update. At least for the YouTube podcast, and I ain't gonna say too much. I made the thumbnail cover because that's one of the things you got to do in order to get in that type of club, in order to get in that type of platform, on that type of service. You need a different cover. I wasn't prepared. I'm prepared now. I can make the proper steps and we can get some recruits going on. And then once we get going on YouTube podcast, we can start popping this shit off. And then I can start doing it everywhere. Whew. That burp feels so good. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. You ever get that burp out and you just, whew. Yeah, all right. My fault. I'm bullshit. Ball up top. But y'all, this AI shit, I've been telling y'all past couple episodes, ain't it? This AI shit getting out of hand now, ain't it? Yeah, okay, at first it was cool with the little filters and like, okay, what's AI think of this image? What can it create? Okay, that was cool. I did a little one with my pup way back when. That was cool. But then I learned what's going on with it, and then I hopped off the wave immediately. I'm out the car. I'm out the whip. Hold on. Stop the whip. Let me out this bitch. Right? Yeah. I was out that shit. Off. Yes. But people kept going. People kept feeding it information. The most I would do is an AI generated, right? An AI generated voice. And that's just for voiceovers. And that's just on the little TikTok. And I don't even be doing that for real. That was only for like a couple times. But other than that, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not avidly feeding it the information. I'm not fucking having a conversation with ChatGPT teaching it how to be a human, because that's where the game's starting to get fucked up. All right, that whole shit with Donald Trump where he's like, World War III, hard pass, not really feeling it. Folks are saying that that's AI. And if it is AI, I got. I'm a victim. I was fooled if it was. Like, that's how wicked this shit's getting. I remember when it was, like I said before, at first when it was funny when it showed Will Smith eating spaghetti all crooked and shit, right? But now that it's starting to get realistic, I'll show you some examples, right? This is supposedly a Taco Bell, all right? Supposedly a Taco Bell.
I ordered 20 tacos and only got 17. What the fuck?
It's not my fault we ran out of stock because your Teletubby, Humpty Dumpty, big body Benz built ass ordered everything out.
You see what I'm saying? It's getting body language. It's getting body language now, right? That's a fucking problem. That's a problem. You show that to a 6-year-old, I don't think their mind can comprehend that. Even if you were to say that's fake, oh yeah, that's a skit, right? Those are actors. No, like everything's fake. Like, those are not real people. It's gonna be very fucking hard for the human mind to comprehend that. You understand what I'm saying? Here's another one, right? Apparently at an airport or whatever.
Your seats are too goddamn small!
If your big, round, beluga bop, whale-looking self needs an accommodation in the cargo hold, we can make that happen.
Right? All right, cool. Now it's picking up different tones and different pitches of people and how they're expressing their emotions. That's a very fucking bad sign. And what I don't like, I've been seeing this shit on Twitter too. The most viral shit has been with the black girls, and I'm not fucking with that. And I feel like, oh my God, all right. I genuinely feel like with this new AI shit and how accurate it's getting, is it gonna seem? Am I siding a little bit more with the black girls on this issue? First and foremost, yes, very much so, because I'm seeing them being the target face for a lot of AI prompts, a lot of AI generated videos, and that's just kind of getting wicked. I'm seeing a lot of brothers and sisters being the first to be, you know what I'm saying? All that shit kind of, no. It's not good. It's not good at all. At all. And now we got all this shit popping out. Yes, I'm saying to protect them first, because I think it was, I don't know if it was OpenAI, Chat GPT, or some shit like that. They just signed some shit with the U.S. Department of Defense. You know what I'm saying? They said they're gonna release the Epstein footage of when of the CCTV of his cell from his time of death, right after AI is starting to get really convincing. Ain't that convenient? Peep the pattern, y'all. Peep the pattern. But you tell the bro. You feel me? What can I say? What can I say? It was cool at first, but now that it's really burning up so much energy that it's making the world hotter. You know, global warming is still an issue. Climate change is still not fixed. You know what I'm saying? And this supercomputer used to generate all this shit, that's only gonna make shit matters worse. It's only gonna make matters worse. And then they could literally place you at a scene of a crime now and you weren't even there. That's how real this shit is starting to get. Now it's really we're going to start to get to a point where if they don't pass a law where everything that's AI generated has to have a trademark, if that's not going to be a law that they don't play around, then they have to put into effect only eyewitness accounts are real. We're gonna go back to a time where you can really only believe what you've seen with your own two eyes and your own two ears. So it begs the question of like, when the Mormon niggas or whoever the fuck, when cameras first came out and then folks said, no, I want no part of that because it captures a part of your soul, did they make the call too early? That's what it's starting to feel like. Like, you might have just been a couple centuries too early. You really might have been a couple centuries too early for that shit. Like, back in the 70s, that shit was cool because folks was trying to say, oh, that's not no real footage of Bigfoot. Bro, I don't think we had the resources to create something fake like that. And you would just have to really be good at practical effects and shit. Like, but you feel what I'm saying? I'd like to go back to that shit rather than AI generated where it's really fucking convincing. Because I don't know if I just said this, but yo, the era of I seen it online, that's not credible no more. It's not as credible as it was 10 years ago, bro. This shit is proving it. I seen it online is not as credible as it was 10 years ago. And mark my words, they will start placing niggas at the scene of the crime. Bro, they probably gonna place me at a riot in LA when I live on the East Coast. How the fuck I'm on the West Coast? That's probably gonna happen. So watch out. I don't want to talk about this no more. What else is going on that I care about? Basketball. Yeah. Game 7? Yeah, you see, here's the thing. I thought the Thunder was going to wrap that shit up last game. I was wrong. Halfway through the first quarter, I didn't even need to see the first half. Halfway through the first quarter, I could kind of, actually, no, I'm lying. It looked like they was going to keep up, but then somewhere in the second quarter, like maybe halfway through the second quarter, you could just see, oh no, they not doing this. It's not gonna happen. Matter of fact, I'll do a challenge right here, right now. Look me in my eye and tell me Indiana has nothing to do with Satanism. Tell me Satan got nothing to do with what Indiana got going on right now. All right. All right. You can't tell me otherwise, man. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me otherwise. And if Indiana wins it all, which I'm hoping they're not, I hope the Thunder do, because it's gonna be deflating to lose a Game 7 in your home court. Like for all the marbles in your home turf, and you lose. Terrible. And if you lose by like one, it can be accepted. That's understandable. If you lose by like a possession, that's cool. Okay, understand. It's deflating as fuck because you was right fucking there, but it's understandable. But if you get your back blown out, your home court, if we see a repeat of what happened with the Mavs versus Suns Game 7 on that one fateful day, dog, nothing can save SGA. I'm sorry. Nothing. No amount of clips, no amount of aura farming, nothing. Because as much as I'm a fan of you, the second you try popping out, I'm going to say, hey, why didn't you get the job done in your home court Game 7 on that day? Where was you at? If he drops out for a career 60 points next season, where was that Game 7 of the NBA Finals when you could have won it all? I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna follow him just for I'm gonna follow him just cause. I'm gonna follow him just for that fact. If it don't happen. Yeah. Oh, y'all ain't know that I low-key do this hating shit for real? Yeah, it's a little bit of a hobby for me. Like, I wouldn't say I be doing it for real, like full time. I can't make no career off it, but it's a little hobby for me. But it's something that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about the hate, man. I'm passionate about that shit, man. All right, let's get into the topics, man. Is this what y'all really came for, right? All right, y'all prepared for me to tell y'all bro. Oh my God! All right, y'all want the sauce for how to win $1 million bet? I got you. You don't. Not saying you can't. You won't. You understand what I'm saying? Not saying it can't be done, but like, if you think off the one parlay with your little 5 legs that you put, okay, you know what? Maybe if you do like, but you gotta put in mad dough to make that cash out to a ticket, bro. Payout after taxes, 7 figures. You gotta put a lot of money up, and you gotta lose a lot of money first before you do that. And I'm also tell you why. If we talking 6 figures, you could probably hit something for the high 6 figures. I ain't gonna lie, but the second you touch that 7 figures, it's like punching in a calculator that one big ass number that it literally can't compute. You broke the system. That's what's gonna happen, and that's why I don't think you gonna touch a 7-figure ticket off the muscle. Fuck no. You gotta really know the system and know what you're doing and have money to spend to be hitting it like that. Like, I don't think Drake has methods like that. I think he just has money to blow. That's why he gets them $7. That's why he gets them 7-figure tickets. You know what I'm saying? It don't work out for everyone. Not everyone's meant to, bro. Just take your grand, just take your couple grand and go. Now, if you were to aspire to say, "No, I want to hit a parlay for 50 bands," that can be done. I know someone who got the lines for it. It can be done, but it's not gonna be you. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. It's not gonna be you, fam. It's not gonna be you. Next topic. All right. I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna pull this up because there was a lot of shit popping off on Twitter. I don't know if it's because World War III is edging. Pause. I don't know if it's because World War III around the corner that niggas just want to get their thoughts off before they get drafted or whatever. But I'm for it. Me personally, I got a medical condition, so good luck. All right, so check. Where we at? Obviously, this was a tweet. The original tweet reads, "Who cheats more in a relationship?" Let's be honest. Now, before I get it, of course, I'm a narrator for the recruits. Obviously, I'm nice. I'm considerate. Before I answer that, I'm gonna just answer this. I genuinely think the answer is who gets caught more. Who gets caught more, right? And obviously, I genuinely think dudes get caught more. So therefore, dudes cheat more. That's my opinion. But that's really just once you rephrase it to who gets caught more, right? But Shorty said this. Women are literally faced with temptation every single day. They get hollered at by guys at the gas station, grocery stores, doctor's office, or PTA meetings, and they still don't cheat. A man see one biscuit head ass good looking female and think they have to smash. Points were made. Indeed, points were made. Go off, queen. My only thing is, and this ain't even a thing. This is just wow. That was. I was unaware. I was ignorant. I'll admit it. It's okay to be ignorant. It's okay to be ignorant to certain things. It's not okay to be an ignorant person. It's okay to be ignorant to certain things. You're not supposed to know it all. But I ain't know that was so fucking. That was such bad English. That was such bad English. Oh my god. I didn't know that shorties that you now I think it's because that bad English now I'm fucking up my pronunciation on shit. Ball up top. I ain't know that shorties felt temptation that about situations like that. In certain situations, like honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, all that really tells me is go get a haircut and go act confused at the Target. Ask Shorty what she think of this cereal. See what I can get going. That's all that tells me. I ain't gonna lie. That's all that tells me. But for like who cheats more, genuinely didn't know that y'all felt temptation in those many spaces to where this is a valid point. But here's the catch. I'll just throw you another tweet. Because it's related. Shorty right here. Relative, attractive. Let me not even throw that relatively word and try to downplay it. Attractive. Do I know who she is? Absolutely not. I have a job. Did I know that her and Jaden Smith were together? Absolutely not. Like I said, I have a job. Do I know why they broke up? I found out. Because again, I have a job. I'm not supposed to be on the top. I'm not supposed to be fresh off the press with this shit. I got better shit to do. But one thing I will say though, when that man said that shit kind of funny though. I gotta read it for the recruits. My fault. Let me chat to Jaden Smith real quick. I need to get a better understanding of why he cheated. Now I get it. I 1,000%. Now it's humor. Don't pop a blood vessel over it. Don't have a heart attack. But here's the catch-22. Because for those of y'all who are having a heart attack, let me validate where y'all coming from. Because it's absolutely right. Looks ain't the whole bag. Looks ain't the whole equation. I'll tell you right here, right now. We all know this, and I think girls, you understand this too. And girls, you could say this too, because I'm being pretty gender neutral with what I'm about to, with this statement. A 7 with a good personality beats a 9 with 0 personality. 10 out of 10 times you're always gonna lose, because A 7 is really like a 7 with a good personality. That's a 10. Ladies, let me ask you this: how many dudes that when you first look at him, you weren't really feeling him like that, but once you find out that he was a good character, you were fucking with him. You were heads over heel with him. How many times that shit happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like you can't ha someone out their drawers, right? Like, let's not act like that's not a factor. So, but here's the catch-22, because this, I keep saying catch-22, but here's the other perspective, right? There's this other tweet, and a lot of this shit's connected. A lot of this shit is connected, fam. A lot of this shit's connected. So, this one girl said, never praising a nigga for shit he's supposed to do. That's why these niggas so cocky now. All right, and I'm gonna read it again for the recruits. I'm gonna read this quote tweet. Meanwhile, women want to be praised for simply existing and that be the problem. I'm gonna address the first statement first. It's kind of like, I understand where shorties would say the first argument I hear for points like that, like, oh, dudes don't really, like, their mental health ain't really taken care of, or shit like that. Oh, but who built that system? Who made that system? Fair. Again, valid points were made. But on the same time, it take two to tango. Who's also allowing this system? Don't systems and traditions thrive because no one opposes it? Let me throw y'all an example. A bully can't be a bully if everyone keeps intervening, right? If every time Bubba trying to shake someone down for their lunch money and someone says, hey, yo, what the fuck you doing? Hey, yo, back the fuck off. This my little boy right here. Or this my bro right here. Like, yo, what the fuck you doing? You ain't finna shake my man's down for no money. Go get you some money. Don't shake him down for some money. Go get you a job. You know what I'm saying? If everyone kept intervening, then the bully wouldn't be able to do his shit, right? The bully wouldn't be able to bully. If all the time, you know what I'm saying? If dudes always built that system, hey, if shorties really gave a damn, they can push some shit. Is that your job? If a dude is deciding to go against the system, one would hope that you join him and not being like, dude's got to be emotionless and tough and ice cold and stone. But that doesn't always happen. There's some weird shit going on right there. But that doesn't always happen, right? So, to that point, who's to say shorty ain't have that type of mentality of like, yo, what the fuck am I praising you for? Who's to say she ain't have that mentality? Now, I appreciate shorty for having that, and it's probably because of that problem that dudes be cheating a lot. Sometimes they're just sexually indisciplined. Sometimes they just need an escape. Who's to say? I don't know. But don't think that I'm no simp ass dudes. Hey, shorties, one of your girls cheated on me. Did me the worst way. So that's where I stand on. Hey, I really think it depends on who gets caught more, to be honest. Next topic. That was a lot of angles and perspectives to, yeah, let's go into, I got you. We telling the truth all 2025, bro. Y'all should have been telling the truth all 2024 too, and we gonna keep this trend up in 2026. Tell it like it is, man. Tell it like it fucking is. I'll tell you one thing right here, right now. So when man said, let me put it up. When man said, need to be sucked like this, expeditiously, message. I can co-sign that. Yes, indeed. 10 out of 10. Never gonna say no. Just look, boy. Look, I don't know who watching this. If you old, or well, if you're older and you seasoned and you experienced, you know what I'm talking about. If you a young buck and you ain't had this yet, just wait your turn, little boy. It's gonna happen. Cause when you get someone to suck you off the bone like that, oh boy, you be feeling like you stepped into a pool on a hot day. You be feeling like, you know what I'm saying? You be feeling like a cup of warm cocoa on a nice winter night. You know what I'm saying? You be feeling like so nice and secure and loved. And when it gets sloppy and even down to your nutsack, you just like, yeah. I'm tweaking? Oh yeah, I'm tweaking, yeah. But no, fuck that. The point of the matter is, live your truth. Some niggas need to be sucked like this expeditiously. I'm niggas. But that's neither here nor there. What is here and there is the fact that someone felt that someone had this feeling and they expressed it into the world, and that's what we need. That's tell your truth. All 2025. I'll give you another example. All right, so y'all remember that Miles kid where he was doing that Martin Luther King had a dream. Yeah. So he reposted a video of Doja Cat listening to his song. And here's the funny part. Actually, I'ma just put it up. I'ma read it for the recruits. You see, recruits, come over and be a trooper, man. Come subscribe and come see what's going on, man. But that's neither here nor there. So Buddy said, never cared about this fake ass reaction. You see them pepperonis peeping through the lace, nigga. Okay, yes, this is that truth we talking about. Cause look, I'll tell you one thing, bro. We all heard the song before. Doja knew what she was doing. And I'll tell you what. I wasn't even looking at them. They was looking at me. They was looking at all of us. All right. We heard the song before. We have our own reactions. What did we need your reaction? I see why. And I'm not mad at it. I ain't even judging you for it. I'm just calling a spade, and that's what we supposed to do all 2025. All right, then boom. I'll tell you what. If I'm wrong and if I'm being sexist and if I'm objectifying, why was that video so fucking viral? And shorties, if you did pay attention to it, you already heard the song. Do you not enjoy looking at a nice pair of titties too? Do we not all have the same reaction? We all have the same reaction seeing a nice butt. Am I wrong? I'm tweaking? I be doing that sometimes. My bad. Next topic, man. Before I start tweaking anymore. Shit. Alright, shorties, I'm gonna give you a break. I'm not trying to be no red pill shit, but it just be, I gotta call out what I see. And it's having a bad effect on the population. But dudes, well, I also gotta call y'all out because learn behavior, no? It's kind of like I can't even be too mad at how shorties move now, because it's like, yeah, all right, them boys were very fucking rude. Them boys were very fucking nasty. All right, it's your turn. I could imagine. I could only imagine. I like to keep the peace, man. I lied. I like problems sometimes. I lie. All right, but now next topic, the duality of man. All right, I'm gonna share with y'all. Recruits. I don't even know how to explain. I don't even know how to explain what I'm about to show y'all. Right. So, two tweets. This one, it's of some grapes and a little grape stem that's very questionable in a very questionable position, and it's very freaky. All right, cool, fine, fuck it, whatever. It's normal, right? It's Twitter. It's the internet. There's there's worse things on this platform, right? All right, that's cool. That's cool. But wait until you see who posted this though, because I don't think this is by the will of God. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I don't think the big dog likes you getting down in the same on the same account where you be praising him. I don't think he likes you getting your freak on. I don't think those two things can happen. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like being an adult entertainer, and that could be a very things. Whether you're an OF model, whether you're like a personality that's very crass or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't think if Andrew Tate has a kid that he can post it on the same account that he be posting his red pill shit. Like, I don't think if Dr. Umar has a kid that he can post it on the same account that he be saying Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never. I just don't think those two things can coincide. Like, for example, if I decided to if I decided to have like a niche hobby and have a page dedicated straight to that shit, I can't express that shit on my Ozimoto pages. I can't do that. It don't work like that. But you flip it for yo freakiness, you definitely cannot be doing that. Like if you're a priest and you go to a strip club, you got to go to a strip club like 3 counties over. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to go, and especially at a time where no one's going to know you. That's how you got to move. When you put on one uniform, you can't necessarily be caught just anywhere doing any old thing. It's bad for the brand. God don't like that. I don't think that's by the will of God, man. I don't like this duality of men. Men can be very like I'll tell you right here right now. I'll tell you right here right now. Like the shit that I'm into, like I'll even talk about it like sexually. The shit that like some of my kinks and fetishes, it's some nasty shit. It's some shit that would need me to get baptized. I can't talk about it right here. Some of y'all with your kinks and fetishes, you need to be locked up. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. All right? Some people may just like to be degraded and be handled in a way that really objectifies the human soul, and they need a baptism to cleanse themselves after they get done doing the deed Saturday night. They right up in the church Sunday morning, taking the body of Christ, hoping that they can get the like, damn, I was wilding last night. I got to do this just so I can get about the day, because I was wilding. Some of y'all other people need to be locked up. Check them hard drives. Check them hard drives. So, the duality of man, you can't be doing this. You can't be. You can't be doing that shit on that account. You shouldn't be doing it at all, but I'm not gonna sit here in my chair holding this mic telling another man how to live his life. Like, you can't be into this, that, and the third. You can't express yourself like that. But I'm gonna tell you, like, as how a player should move. Yeah, you definitely can't be promoting your freakiness on the page where you be getting your motion. No. There's burner accounts for a reason, but that's why they exist. So you can be who you want to be away from who you have to be. Am I making sense? Did that click? I hope so. Let him try to give me the body of Christ. No, thank you, old freaky ass nigga. Freaky ass nigga, man. Freaky ass nigga, man. What was that? What was that motherfucking next topic? What was that next topic? You know what? Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. I said that World War III been edging, right? That shit teasing. It's around the corner and shit like that. All right, so there's here's my problem on that aspect, and check it. So there's this tweet. Former Fox News host Tucker Carlson calls the network propaganda used to manipulate elderly people. He ain't said nothing we ain't knew. The sky is blue. All right, cool. Us young folk who kind of have eyes and we know how the internet and shit works and we know how information is spread and we go to college in the modern times. We understand this shit. We've been seen through it. He was transparent as fuck. The elderly people though, and the people who didn't want to accept the truth, and the people who are blind to the truth rather, I don't know what they could say about this, especially since they've been catching news from him. Like I said, he was a Fox News host. They've been catching their news from him for a little bit, so it's kind of like, can they really accept the fact that he just said, hey, all that shit's a lie? All of that's a lie. We just push shit so y'all can think and react a certain way, and y'all fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. I don't know how they would feel about it, to be honest. That's why you can't really give no allegiance. All right. One, you can't really give no allegiance to any one side. Like, even if you're Democratic, go see what the other people are talking about. That's what my older brother, he put me on that shit. Like, oftentimes I would see Fox News on this shit, but he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm not switching over to the Republican side, but if you want to bash someone and their views, you also got to know what they're standing on. So I can't just be saying that they don't talk about nothing and not even be aware of what they actually be talking about. It don't work like that. You can't point your fingers and not know the full story. Otherwise, don't point them at all. All right, cool, fine, fuck, whatever. I say all that to say this. Actually, no. I say all that to show y'all this, right? Boom. Check this little clip out between Tucker Carlson and Senator, and I'm gonna emphasize this again, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that,
we're carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
We are supporting Israel.
High stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
Okay.
Boom. He just said the quiet part out loud. He just said the quiet. Again, someone saying the quiet part out loud. So we are political round. All right, boom. Here we go. This is the breakdown, right? This is how I understand what's going on. Israel has been infringing upon Palestine and their rights for the past 70 plus years. In the past 2 years, rather, since like October 7th, 2023, if I'm not mistaken, they have been executing a genocide, war crime after war crime. Like, I'm talking about, they're impersonating doctors going into hospitals just to catch more bodies. They are blocking off food and aid from the rest of the world. Like, every war crime you could think that every war crime we wrote down that we said we wouldn't do, they said, bet, watch this, right? Cool. No, not cool, but that's what's going on. That's what's happening. Now, Palestinians, I wish I knew off the top of my head where they are right now, where the survivors are right now, because they trying to really wipe them off the map. Now, Iran, they said, bet. Because Israel kind of fucking with them and they poking the bear over there. Now, when Iran said, all right, I'm going to retaliate, now, I could be mistaken on who initiated the conflict between Iran and Israel, but it don't fucking matter as to what happened. They bombing the fuck out of Israel now, and no one's unhappy about that, because we all said, hey, we don't like what y'all doing to Palestine. Y'all got to answer for these war crimes. And, anyone who said anything, at least over in America, they were silenced. We had military colonels being stripped of their position. We had we had college degrees being revoked and withheld because a student spoke out against the Israel genocide. So, you know what I'm saying? The people didn't like it. We told y'all not to do it. They kept doing it. And America kept sending money over to Israel. And now you gotta, you wanted to fuck around with the war? All right, bet. So many people who kept saying this, that, and the third are backtracking. They threw the stone and hid the hand. They was calling you a bitch and they act surprised when you get mad. They was doing all this and they want to play the victim. But everything you should not do in the streets, they are doing. I can't make this shit up. And now we got Ted Cruz admitting that, hey, we on that shit. And I watched a couple more clips on this shit. He's straight up saying, when I got into power, I wanted to make sure one of my goals was to make sure that I could defend Israel. You are a U.S. senator. A U.S. senator openly admitting to defending foreign interests. That's insane. That's no bueno. And now they teasing around trying to see who gonna press that button. You see what happened and they trying to pull what happened in like 2000, 2001, that shit, back when they had a false flag attack. You got Netanyahu saying Tel Aviv today, New York tomorrow. You got all the accounts that kept saying, there was a lot of black accounts that kept saying, I'm just gonna mind my business. No. Honestly, the shit that's crazy, a lot of us didn't mind our business. We actually gave a fuck. We still do. And the people that kept saying, and it kind of got crazy. And do I think the CIA had a hand in this? Absolutely. But do I think there were actual people who think like this? Most definitely. Because the shit that's crazy, everyone wants to call for black people support, but when black people need the world support, no one gives a damn. Ain't that some shit? I seen a video of, and this was some crazy shit. I seen a video of a Latina girl pushing a white girl into a pool. Obviously, she wasn't feeling it. Like she was shaking her little ass on the pool side, kind of having a vibe. Obviously, not wanting to get in the pool. She was shoved in the pool. She's pissed. The video was clipped. Why are black people like this? There wasn't a black person in sight. Like, how is that fucking fair? There wasn't a black person in sight. You talking about why are they like this? No. Don't fall for the propaganda. Trust your eyes. Listen to what's going on. They trying to press that button. I'm not, bro. You see why this isn't a political podcast? This shit really bothers me, bro. Yeah, I'm a talk about it because I think about it, and this is random thoughts from Ozimoto. But yo, as an American citizen, I really feel bothered when I know my tax dollars is used to go to some shit that is not for domestic affairs. I understand that sometimes but we don't need to go. We don't need to do that shit at all. Let me ask you this. Ladies, you give your man $50 to go get his hair cut because you want him to look nice to go meet your parents, but he goes ahead and buys an eighth. Do you not want to smack the fuck out of him? Why would you want your money to go to some foolishness? I would like it to go to some shit that actually matters for my agenda. There was a wicked ass pothole that almost took my bumper off. Why isn't that fixed? Why my little brother worrying about where to go to college, but yet Israel gets to do that shit on our money? I'm fucking working for low key no damn reason, but yet I see people who are just living their fucking life like they government not putting their dick in everyone's business. This really bothers me. Hey, props to anyone who can talk about this shit objectively and not get mad and not get angry and not get some type of way, because I could start off, once I really start talking about what's actually hitting home in the soul, like, look, I could start off all calm and shit, but once the reality starts setting in and I'm really painting the picture with my words, I get bothered. I kind of want to flip this whole desk up, but I ain't gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna go to the next topic. Because I'm gonna tell you all like this right here, right now. Media literacy needs to come back. Literacy in general needs to come. Yeah, literacy in general needs to come back. Gunna gets a new Birkin bag at his birthday dinner in Miami. Someone done said, Boondocks kept predicting the future and we ignored it because it was funny. Pump the brakes. I don't know who's this we you're talking about, because I play PlayStation. We did not ignore anything. I understood what I was watching. Low key, even as a jit, like, I get it. Did I understand in depth? No, but I understood that, hey, it's satire. I was even though I didn't know the word satire, I understood what I was watching, that, like, hey, this is just poking fun at stereotypes, and there's a truth to it, but at the same time there's not a truth to it. Sometimes there's a harsh reality about it. When Granddad had that restaurant, how many people really understood that it was to address the issue of high cholesterol in the community, and that it's often driven by selling out, niggas who sell out. He sold out to I forgot, Mr. Wensler or Wessler, whatever the fuck it was. He sold out. He sold his people out just to go make $1. He gave his people cholesterol and heart attacks just for the sake of $1. I was young enough to understand the deeper message behind that episode. So I understood that shit. Media literacy is not for everyone. When Bush said no child left behind, a lot of y'all were left behind. A lot of y'all. No one wanted to go to the library and to go read a book. Not saying you can't go be active, but this is also a muscle too, and a lot of people never flexed it. That's why AI taking over right now. I ain't lie not one bit. I think that's enough time for now. I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying to record this bitch for like too fucking long. I want to go take a nap. I'm being honest. Like, right now, this shit's like, right now, it's 8:54 or it's 8:55. I've been trying to get this episode. I've been trying to record this shit since 5:30. Since 5:30. I'm tired. I love y'all. But I need to go take a nap. Ozzy needs a nap. Ozzy needs a nap, all right? Ain't no shame about it. Ain't no shame about it. But don't test my gangster. You run up on me in the streets talking about you need a nap. Don't be surprised if I just clock you in the jaw. Now I give you a nap. Don't play. So, anywho, for those of y'all who fought with me, you know what I'm saying? Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Love the support. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe on the TikTok, Twitter, IG, most definitely the YouTube. The big foe, get at me. The 4 horsemen of how I'm coming. Oh! That's a motherfucking bar right there. I'm sorry. That was a little bit of the 4 horsemen of how I'm coming. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and IG. Fuck with me. Fuck with your boy. All right. Fuck. Man, fuck it. Let's play this track and get on out of here, man. Have a good night. Fuck with y'all. Peace.
Speaking on my brother, on his head $2. Had them youngins come through popping shit like Orbit Ready Barker. Oh, he coming down that street, that boy must be off his rocker. Lit that car and have him screaming sideways like only on my right with leverage, black and white diamond G soccer. Bitch better put your hand down, they broke shit dead, ain't my problem. Did this shit here on my own, I ain't even had my mama. Why I'm riding in that black truck, Dolo with that llama. Bitch better back up for that Mac up and say it to your mate. That cracker that smoke so much dough, you thinking why that was Jamaica. I keep my poet where I go in New York, Leah, Harlem Shake. And we don't play around with pigs, you get wrapped just like some bacon, bitch.